and welcome to my dorm slash bookshelf tour 2016 senior year. So today you are going to be seeing my dorm and my bookshelves. You've already seen what I'm going to show you of my dorm. I didn't want to do like a whole tour situation. I just thought a montage would work more, but that's what the room looks like. Lots and lots of art, which Janelle and I have collected over many years. It's built up over time. Some of it we had before we even met each other and moved in together, so yeah. But there's a lot of art. And then what I'm going to show you now is a more detailed look at these shelves behind me. So there are, of course, the big built-in shelves up above me. They came with the room, which is amazing, and we absolutely love them. We love the way they've been set up. So I'm going to show you all of those. That contains a lot of different knickknacks and such, but it also contains two TBR shelves, my TBR shelf over in the corner and Janelle's TBR shelf over here. And then I'm also going to be showing you my smaller bookshelf. It is that one back there. I believe it's from Target. It's a super cheap bookshelf. Like, it was really cheap to purchase, but it's already bowing and it's only a couple of years old as a warning. But that is books that I have read, and they're organized by author's last name. So I'm going to show you everything over there as well. Also, I'm sorry, I filmed this over multiple days, so the books on top of this bookshelf I think have changed in every single shot that I've done. Sorry about that. That's just my bad. Anyway, I hope that you enjoy watching my bookshelf tour, and I hope that you liked seeing my dorm. If you have any questions about anything in this room, please let me know what they are down below. I'll answer them to the best of my abilities, especially if you're looking for somewhere to purchase something. I'll try, guys, but no promises. Anyway, thanks for watching, and here are my bookshelves. Go! So up on the top on either end of our shelves, we just have two plants. So there is plant number 1 over there. And here's plant number 2 over here. They're being kept alive by those fancy little orb things because it's like impossible to get up to the top of that shelf. So let's talk about what's actually on the shelves. Alright, we're gonna have some shaky cam because my tripod does not go up nearly this high. So this is the beginning of the shelf with all of the Funko Pops, the Funko Pop line that goes across the top shelf. I'm gonna quickly list off these characters. These are all from Game of Thrones. So we've got Daenerys, Daenerys again, Drogon, the dragon, Tyrion, Jaime, Brienne, the Hound, and Arya. Then we go to the middle, so we're going to finish off the Game of Thrones collection with Sansa, Littlefinger, and Ygritte. There's one of our millions of plants, yeah. And then we start in on the Harry Potter collection. So there's Draco, Neville, and Luna. And here is the last Funko Pop shelf. So over, starting on the left, we're finishing off Harry Potter with Dumbledore and Cedric. And then we've got some Star Wars Funko Pops, which are Luke Skywalker, Wicket, and Lando. Then over on the end we have two sets of 2. So of the Friends collection we have Phoebe and Joey, and from Mean Girls we have Regina and Katie. And those are the top 3 shelves of this bookshelf. That's the line of pops. So yeah, let's move on. Okay, so this is the next shelf that's just down below. We're over on the edge of the shelf again, basically. And this is the DVD shelf. This is a mixture of some of Janelle's DVDs and some of my DVDs. Kind of a mishmash all over the place, really, but there you go. The movies on here, I'm just going to list them off real fast, starting over in the corner. So we've got Gypsy 83, Marie Antoinette, Clueless, A Knight's Tale, Silver Linings Playbook, The Social Network, Community Season 3, Pushing Daisies Seasons 1 and 2, Scooby-Doo Where Are You, I believe the first season, The Green Mile, the Cornetto Trilogy, which is At World's End, Hot Fuzz, and Shaun of the Dead, Mean Girls, Galaxy Quest, and Kung Fu Panda. And then besides that, there are just some other Funko Pops up here, obviously. So up here, you know, we have Gogo Yubari and then Oru Ishii. Both of them are from Kill Bill, but Gogo Yubari has some balance issues, so she stays in the box. And then on the other side we have Joy and Anger. Joy, same problem. If you take her out of the box, she falls over, so she stays in the box. And then on either side, over there and over there, we have some rubber ducks because, you know, of course we do. Alright, so now we're moving on to this shelf. You can see exactly how long it's going to take me to film this. That's weird. This is just sort of pictures of Janelle and Cece shelf. That's kind of the only definition I have for it. But we have over in the corner over here a picture of, that's me in Pisa in Italy. and that was taken when we were having a hard time getting, you know, the stereotypical Leaning Tower of Pisa shot. It's me looking disappointed. I love this picture. Next to it, there's a picture of Janelle and I at Valentine's Day earlier this year. Our university had a little thing you could stand in front of and you could take Polaroids. So yeah, that's cute. Behind that, there's a little thing that's supposed to make the room smell good. It doesn't work very well. And then there's a clock. The clock is new. We really wanted a clock, plus we have so much shelf space. And then over here on the very end is a picture of Janelle and I just from Disneyland earlier this year in August when we went to Disneyland together. And yeah, it's a really cute frame. It's a frame from the Diamond Celebration, so I love the way it goes from like black and white to in color. I love that frame. Yeah, that's this shelf. So here is the last shelf that's on this row. I think this was the last one we put together, so it's got like kind of a theme, but also kind of not really a theme. So first of all, mainly you're gonna see journals. There are journals over here. There's some writing books over here that just have stuff that I've written, and that's kind of what all of that is. Usually my video planning notebook is also up here, but currently it's not there. In the middle we have 3 Funko Pops. We have Will Graham and Hannibal from the show Hannibal, as well as Hannibal Lecter from Silence of the Lambs. A teeny tiny mini Oscar that we were given at an Oscar party, and then in the back what's making up the background is zines or fan art. Over in the corner you can't really see it right now, but there's some Sailor Moon art, and then the rest of this is just zines and art that we got at Mocha Fest earlier this year. So yeah, that is all the stuff that makes up this shelf. So this is the TBR shelf. These are the books I haven't read, and they're organized by color. So I'm gonna go through those. A lot of these I have right now. They've been borrowed from friends. So if you're like, Cece, I didn't think you owned that book, it's possible I don't. I just have a ton of books on loan from friends right now. So I'll go through those, but first of all, over in the corner, obviously we have 2 Funko Pops, Elizabeth Swann from Pirates of the Caribbean, as well as Frankenstein. We have a Union Jack back there that I got while I was in London, one of our many plants, and then a Harry Potter snow globe. And that is all the trinkets on this shelf, so I'll show you the books. It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. Are You My Mother? A comic drama by Alison Bechtel. The Mask by Dean Koontz. The Andalusian Friend by Alexander Soderbergh. Skinner by Charlie Huston. Brokeback Mountain by Annie Proulx. Brokeback Mountain by Annie Proulx. The Time Machine by H.G. Wells. A Mortal Song by Megan Crew. The Grown Up by Gillian Flynn. Georgia Peaches and Other Forbidden Fruit by J. Robin Brown. Look Both Ways by Allison Cherry. By the Light of the Moon by Dean Koontz. I Am Jay by Chris Beam. My Lady Jane by Cynthia Hand, Brody Ashton, and Jody Meadows. Annabelle by Kathleen Winter. Room by Emma Donahue. 20th Century Ghosts by Joe Hill. And finally, You Will Know Me by Megan Abbott. This middle shelf clearly doesn't have too much going on. This is just the Janelle and Cece shelf. This is just our shelf for us. So obviously we have our J and our C. These were bought at, I want to say, Brooklyn Flea a couple of years ago. They have all kinds of letters there. There's this guy that always has these out, and I love them. And then there is another of our plants in the middle. And then on either side, we have a little bit of something that we feel represents us. So on Janelle's side, there is a wand as well as Willow from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And on my side, we have a sonic screwdriver and Elizabeth Bennet. And that is the version for Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, but really I'll take either one. And this is the Janelle and Cece shelf. And then this is the final bottom shelf of the whole bookshelf structure. So this has a mix of things. Obviously on one side we have all of our mugs. There are 2 mugs for each of us, and then the Hogwarts coffee thing which came in the bookish box that I did an unboxing for. Another of our plants. We have so many plants. And then we have an Iron Man figurine that one of my dad's friends painted for me. We have Bilbo Baggins, and then these are Janelle's TBR books. She never has that many, and she only brings a few here at a time. I'm not going to pull them out. Everything would collapse. Everything almost collapsed on the other TBR side. So the books that she has over here are Two Boys Kissing by David Levithan, American Born Chinese by Jean Moon Yang, None of the Above by I.W. Gregorio, Ask the Passengers by A.S. King, Vengeance Road by Aaron Bowman, and The Queen of the Tierling by Erica Johansson. And then over in this corner, we just have some comics. They're single issue comics, and I believe that they're mostly Lumberjanes, and there might be a couple of others. But that is the other bottom shelf. That's the last bottom shelf of this whole thing. Up here on top of the bookshelf, we just have some TBR like extension. Not all the TBR books fit on the shelf above. So these are kind of like my tentative next reads, basically. Obviously there are only 3. How to Buy a Love of Reading by Tanya Egan Gibson, Empire of Storms by Sarah J. Maas, and The Other Typist by Suzanne Rindell. I think you can kind of see those already, but that is what is on top of the bookshelf at this point, but that's probably going to change in the future. So this is the first shelf of the smaller bookshelf in our room. There are 3 shelves total, like you just saw, and these are all just arranged by author's last name alphabetically, just like I do at home. So I'm going to go through these pretty quickly and just show you everything that's on this top shelf. We Should All Be Feminists by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. Illusions, The Adventures of a Reluctant Messiah by Richard Bach. The Man Who Loved Books Too Much by Alison Hoover Bartlett. Fun Home, a Family Tragicomic by Alison Bechtel. The Miseducation of Cameron Post by Emily M. Danforth. Nervous Conditions by Titi Dungarumga. An Arc of South of Sunshine by Dana Elmendorf. The Vagina Monologues by Eve Ensler. If I Stay by Gail Foreman. Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. Looking for Alaska by John Green. Grimm's Fairy Tales, Selected Stories illustrated by Jan Legender. The Mystic Arts of Erasing All Signs of Death by Charlie Huston. The Story of Jane by Laura Kaplan. Watchers by Dean Koontz. The Devil in the White City by Eric Larson. A Wrinkle in Time by Madeline Langle. An Arc of Not Your Sidekick by C.B. Lee. The Giver by Lois Lowry. And Becoming Nicole by Amy Ellis Nutt. Okay, here we are on shelf number 2, which clearly starts with books over on this side, and then it goes into comics and stuff over on that side. Scott Pilgrim's Precious Little Life by Brian Lee O'Malley, and Scott Pilgrim vs. the World by Brian Lee O'Malley. Dude, You're a Fag by C.J. Pascoe. Yes Please by Amy Poehler. Empress of the World by Sarah Ryan. Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Elliot Sands. The Complete Persepolis by Marjane Satrapi. The 13th Tale by Diane Setterfield. Bruiser by Neil Shusterman. An Arc of Jerkbait by Mia Siegert. House Arrest, a play by Anna Devere Smith. A Tyranny of Petticoats, edited by Jessica Spotswood. Of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck. The Help by Catherine Stockett. Perfume, The Story of a Murderer by Patrick Suskind. The Wheelman by Dwayne Schwierzinski. This One Summer by Jillian and Mariko Tamaki. The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. And The Picture of Dorian Gray and 3 Other Stories by Oscar Wilde. Now, as far as stuff over on this side goes, we've also got my Kindle, and then we've got all of my comics that are here, but I'm not going to pull all of those out individually. You can see the one that is Firefly, and then the rest are like Doctor Who and Bitch Planet and more Firefly, that kind of thing. So that's what's over there, but I'm not going to pull all of those out. And this is my final shelf. Over in this corner on the left over here, we've got some magazines and general Doctor Who activity books and such. In the middle, we have some journals as well as my student handbook. You can probably see in the back this bunny. It is a Hannibal bunny from an Etsy page that I will link below, but that's what that is. That is a shot glass from Las Vegas. Over here, this stack is school books, especially for this year. If it's marked used, it means I bought it this year and it is one of my texts for the semester. Some word books, Thesaurus, a Friends trivia game, which is super fun. Over here, obviously, we have the Essential Supernatural, which is a book all about the show Supernatural. Some more workbooks like coloring books, Sudoku, that kind of thing, and then some just extra folders and binders and such. And that is this bottom shelf. That's pretty much everything on this shelf, so yay! Well guys, there you go. That is the bookshelves. Those are the bookshelves. I hope that you have enjoyed seeing them. There's the big one again. There's the small one again. Yes, they've changed slightly since I did the original filming. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed seeing this room and bookshelf tour, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye!